Hi, first graders. Today is Monday, August 17th, 2020. This is our social studies meeting as well as our closing. And our closing consists of calendar time and it consists of a read aloud. So right now we are starting with social studies. This is our first lesson on social studies. We will begin with module 1.01. Today in social studies, we're going to talk about following the rule and consequences. We're going to begin with following the rules. Right here, you can see that this little girl is cutting safely with scissors. She's cutting down. She has her hand away from the scissors and she's going up. Is she flinging the scissors or throwing them in the air or running with them? No, that would not be following the rules. Instead, her fingers are a safe distance from them and she is cutting up. Here, you can tell that this person has a clean desk. They are organized, right? So they have everything in order so they can easily access it. That means easily grab it. Down here, we have a little girl going down a slide. She's sitting on her bottom. Her hands are in the air, which is okay, but her back is up. Her feet are facing down. Her head is up. And that is the right way to go down a slide. Here we have some students who they're walking through school, they're not running, they have their backpacks on, they're not talking, they're smiling, which is awesome, but they're not talking to one another. They're walking nicely through the hallway. Consequences are things that happen, a negative thing that happens because we don't follow the rules. If we follow the rules, we don't have a consequence, but if we don't follow the rules, consequences happen. So if we were not using our scissors safely, what would happen is we would get hurt because scissors can hurt us. If we don't keep our things organized, then what happens is we're unorganized and we can't find our things. Like if in our desk or in our backpack, if it's a mess, can you find your pencil? Can you find your homework? Can you find your notebook? No, it's usually hard because it's all disorganized. It's all cluttered together. That is why it's important to keep our things in order. Now, going down the slide, it's very important that we go with our feet going down first. As you can see, this little girl went with her head down first, and what happens is she can hurt herself. That's why we ask you to go down the slide with your feet first. You can see she doesn't look like she enjoyed that. She's looking like she's in pain. Walking in the halls is so important because if you are being respectful, you're not disturbing others. But if you're being loud in the hallways, you can disrupt classes, and that's very disrespectful. And look at this little girl. She has a band-aid. She hurt herself. If you're running in the halls, you can fall and get hurt. So following the rules is doing what is expected of you. Consequences are negative reactions to making negative choices. So we're going to play a match game. We're going to see and look at the pictures and see if they are following the rules or if they're not following the rules. Okay, so right here, look at this picture. It's of a little girl. How is she acting? Is she following the rules? Is she listening to the teacher? Is she being respectful? Is she being responsible? What is she doing? She is following the rules. She's being respectful and responsible. She's smiling. She has her materials organized. She's ready to go. We're going to move over to this picture. I want you to look. We have a person that looks like they have a paper airplane in their hand. This child's on the desk. I want you to look. They are breaking the rules. Now you see the teacher right here. She's the authority. She's the person that enforces the rules. What is the boys or the students' consequences do you think for not following the rules? Yeah, they might have gotten in trouble or a phone call home because they're not being respectful or responsible, which is a negative consequence. Let's look at this picture underneath. It's a class. They have their hands raised. Are they being respectful? It certainly looks like it. They are following the rules. They're not calling out. They're not out of their seats. They are following their teacher's expectations. That is a good thing. Let's go over here. Uh-oh. Is this a good choice? No, this was not following the rules. She fell. It looks like she hit her head and she got hurt. That's a negative consequence. Not following the rules. Okay, let's look right here. It says slide down, don't climb up. So this is a rule. It is telling us what the expectation is. It is that we go down with our feet first down the slide. We don't climb up it, we go down it. This is a rule. Now we're looking over here and there's a little boy. He has the door handle and an adult is talking to him. What does this look like? I would say this looks like he is following the rules. His eyes are looking at the adult. He appears to be listening. He has his attention on her and he doesn't continue to do what he is doing. Okay, boys and girls, we will continue tomorrow learning about rules and consequences. So today we're just starting module 1.01 and you will continue to learn about it this week or today when you do and work through the module 1.01 social studies module. You also need to take your pre-test today for social studies. So you have a module to work through and a pre-test. Miss Townsend's going to stop sharing her screen for a minute so she can change the view she is in. Okay, boys and girls, we are now moving into our closing time. So we are going to work on calendar.
Yippee! It's August 2020.
Okay,
let's make a calendar.
Let's say it together. It is August 2020.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay, these are the days of the week. There are 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days during the week. The weekend is considered Saturday and Sunday, and our school week consists of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Right now, it wants us to tell it what day of the week is it. It is
Great job! Today is Monday, August 17th, 2020.
Okay, we're going to say it together. Let's say the date. Today is Monday, August 17th, 2020. Now, it wants us to fill in the missing day of the week and the missing date. What is the missing day up here? It goes Sunday, blank, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Monday.
Monday.
Okay, now let's look. What's the missing date? So yesterday it was the 16th. Tomorrow's the 18th. That makes today the
17th.
7th.
Great job.
Okay, we're going to choose a picture. I'm going to choose this one for the start of the week for our calendar.
Goodbye.
Okay, that's the end of our calendar time for today. Now what we're going to do is we are going to go over time. We're going to review time.
What is the time?
Okay, so we're going to look. Remember on Friday we talked about time. The shorthand is our hour hand, and we always look there first. So if the hour hand is between two numbers, like it is right now, it's between the 3 and the 4, we know to go up to the smaller number. We do not go forward to the bigger number, we go up to the smaller number. So the hour is in 3 o'clock hour. We then look at the minute hand. If the minute hand is touching the 6, it means it's half past the hour, or 30 minutes past the hour. There are 60 minutes in an hour. That's why half past is 30. So we look at the hour, it is 3, and then we look at the minutes, and it is 30 minutes. So 3:30 is the time shown.
Good job. It is 3:30.
What is the time?
What is the time? Remember, we start at the shorthand, that's the hour hand. And it's between two numbers like it is right now. It's between the 4 and the 5. We go to the smaller number. So the hour, it's in the 4 o'clock hour. Then what we do is we look at our minute hand, that's the long hand. And if it's touching the 6, it's half past, or 30 minutes past the hour. So the time is 4:30. The shorthand's between the 4 and the 5, so we know we choose it's 4 in the 4 o'clock hour. The long hand's touching the 6, so we know it's half past, meaning 30 minutes past the hour. The time is 4:30.
Well done. It is 4:30.
What is the time?
Okay, we're going to talk about the time now. So what we do first is we look at the hour hand, which is the shorthand. It's between two numbers again, which it's between the 10 and the 11. So we choose the smaller number, which is 10. It's in the 10 o'clock hour. Then we look at our minute hand. The minute hand is the longer hand. It is touching the 6, meaning it is half past, or 30 minutes past the hour. The time is 10:30. Now, boys and girls, today we didn't have any times where the long hand was touching the 12, but when it is touching the 12, it's the new hour, meaning 0 minutes have passed in the hour. So in the minutes, it would be 0 and 0. But the time shown right now is 10:30.
Well done. It is 10:30.
One o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, tick tock. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, tick tock. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, tick tock. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, tick tock.
Okay, that's the end of our time lesson. Now we're going to move on to talking about the money. In our piggy bank on Friday, we left off with 9 cents in our piggy bank. Now we had 1 nickel. Remember, that's our silver coin that has Thomas Jefferson on the front. And it has the Monticello, which is where he lived, on the back. It represents, or its worth is 5 cents. So we had 1 of them, which was 5 of our 9 cents. We also had 4 pennies. These are pennies. A penny is a copper in color. It has Abraham Lincoln on the front. It has the Lincoln Memorial on the back, and it is worth or its value is 1 cent. So we had 4 of these coins, which is called a penny in our piggy bank. And we had 1 nickel, our worth being 9 cents, which we had 9 cents in there because we had been in school for 9 days. Today, if we add another penny, that would be 5 pennies and 1 nickel, which would total to 10 cents. Well, what we can do is we could trade in our 5 pennies for another nickel, so we have less amounts of coins but the same worth in our piggy bank. 2 nickels also equals 10 cents. 5 cents plus 5 cents is 10 cents. So we could have 1 nickel and 5 pennies in our piggy bank, or we could have 2 nickels in our piggy bank, which equals 5 cents. Or we could do this as well. We could have 10 pennies because pennies are worth 1 cent. So if we had 10 pennies, that would also equal 10 cents. Okay. Now what we are going to do is we're going to take a look at another coin. This coin is the smallest in size, but not worth. The smallest in worth, remember, is the penny. This coin is called a dime. I should hear you say dime. A dime is worth 10 cents. So in our piggy bank, instead of having lots of coins, we could just have 1 coin representing the 10 cents for the 10 days we've been in school. Franklin D. Roosevelt is on the front, FDR, and on the back, we have the torch and the olive branch. So Miss Town is going to remove the nickel and the pennies, and she's just going to have 1 dime sitting in our piggy bank representing the 10 days of school we have been in school. Okay, boys and girls, we are now done with our calendar parts, which was going over the calendar, our time, and our money. We are now going to move on to our read aloud. Miss Town has titled The 3 Little Super Pigs, and it's by Claire Evans. And I'm going to read you the story. The 3 Little Super Pigs. Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs who captured the big bad wolf in the house made of bricks. The hungry wolf fell down the little pig's chimney into a big pan of boiling water. He huffed and he puffed, but it was no use. He had fallen right into the pig's trap. "I'll get you one day, little pig," the angry wolf shouted as he was carted off to prison. With smiles on their snouts, the 3 little pigs waved goodbye to the big bad villain. The citizens of Fairyland were very happy that the big bad wolf had been defeated. The little pigs were awarded special superhero status and became known as the 3 Little Super Pigs. Working together, they all rebuilt the whole town out of bricks to keep everyone safe. "We love you, Super Pigs." From that moment on, the Super Pigs spent all their days being heroes and enjoying their newfound fame. When they weren't greeting their fans, they were fighting crime and stopping nursery rhyme bad guys. Meanwhile, deep inside Happily Never After prison, the very angry big bad wolf was hungrily plotting his revenge in his cold and dreary cell. He's reading a book titled Brick Lane for Bad Guys. A few weeks later, the Super Pigs were called to investigate a new crime. Mysteriously, one by one, the bricks were starting to disappear all around Fairyland. This was very strange. The Super Pigs were on the case. Missing bricks, Rapunzel's Tower, Bricktown Road, Red Door House. Later that day, they received some shocking news. Their phone rang. The big bad wolf has escaped. Uh-oh. The residents of Fairyland were scared and once again turned to the Super Pigs for help. Don't worry, the three heroes boasted. We'll find that wolf and make him pay. The three little Super Pigs hunted high and low, far and wide, and long and hard, but the big bad wolf was nowhere to be seen. And it says deep, dark woods, and they're looking down into Fairyland. Uh-oh. What do you see hiding behind that tree? Look at what he has. The pigs searched everywhere for clues. Some people claimed they'd seen the wolf dressed up as an old lady. So the pigs rounded up all the grandmas in Fairyland, but the wolf was a master of disguise, and they just couldn't spot him. Every day, more and more bricks disappeared from Fairyland. As night fell, the whole town locked themselves indoors, too frightened to go out. They hoped the Super Pigs would find the wolf soon. He was up to something big and bad. Back at home, the first Super Pig was relaxing when he sensed something strange. Suddenly, a dark shadow fell upon the room. The big bad wolf, cried the Super Pig. I don't need to huff, I don't need to puff, and I don't need to blow your house in because I'm already inside, replied the pointy-eared wolf. The pig ran out through the front door, but was met with a terrible surprise. The cunning wolf had built a gigantic wall around the Super Pig's houses, using the stolen bricks from Fairyland. The Super Pig was trapped. Attempting to flee, the Super Pig tried to climb the brick wall using a ladder from the side of his house, but it was too short. Gotcha, sneered the wolf as he captured the helpless pig. Unaware of the danger, the second Super Pig was at home polishing his metals when he suddenly spotted something out of the corner of his eye. The big bad wolf, shrieked the Super Pig. I don't need to huff, I don't need to puff, I don't need to blow your house down because I am already inside, growled the wolf. With a huge scream, the terrified Super Pig quickly ran outside and into the enormous brick wall. Desperate to escape, the little pig jumped on a nearby trampoline, bouncing as high as he could. But it was no use. Gotcha, boasted the wolf as he caught the pig in his trusty net. 2 down, 1 to go, laughed the wolf as he prepared his delicious meal. Oh, making pigs in the blanket. The third Super Pig had heard all the commotion and was busy hatching a plan when the big bad wolf suddenly appeared at his window. The Super Pig grabbed his gear, raced straight out the front door, and down the path as quickly as his little legs could carry him. And he is reading a book titled How to Build a Jetpack. Working quickly, he freed his captured brothers from their tight pastry blankets, but it was not quick enough. Ha, ha, ha! There's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. I've built a wall around your houses, and now you're trapped inside, laughed the hungry wolf. You're no Super Pigs. You're my dinner. I don't think so, shouted the third Super Pig. He whispered to his brothers, ready, set, let's go. and in a flash, they blasted off high into the night sky. The clever brother had outsmarted the silly wolf again, using his jetpack invention to save the day. The super pigs had left the big bad wolf trapped in his own self-built brick prison. The angry wolf raised his fist. I'll get you, little pig! Up in the sky, the three super pigs laughed out loud. You'll never get us, not by the hairs on our chinny chin chins. And down below, the citizens of Fairyland cheered, wow, pigs really can fly. The three little pigs had saved Fairyland from the big bad wolf once again. They truly were superheroes. Hooray for the three little super pigs. The end. That is the end of our story for today, The Three Little Super Pigs by Claire Evans. I hope you all enjoyed. What I need you to do right now is I need you to log off of this recording, go to your modules, and you need to take the science pre-test, and you need to go through and work through the science 1.01 module. I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.